Today is day 75 for our lettuce garden. This is in an AeroGarden farm. Just to note, the items in the garden were not all planted on day one. Only the black Seeded Simpson was planted on day one. Everything else you're seeing there was planted some other point along the line in high growth mode and never had the germination mode. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour and talk about each one of these, let you know what type of plant it is and how long it's been planted for and how the yield has been. So again, this is the black Seeded Simpson, planted on day one. It's probably been harvested at least 10 times at this point. So it's been certainly been producing for quite a while. I'd say the first day I harvested this was on day 26. There's been a couple times where I've really cut it back dramatically, and I thought I probably was going to kill it, but it's always bounced back still, and it's been doing really well. This one here is a Red Sales AeroGarden seed pod. This one took a little bit while to get going. It was planted on day 19, and it certainly took its time growing and maturing, but now that it's fully matured, it does produce quite a bit. The harvests are pretty nice size on this one, and it bounces back really quick, so it's probably about 5 to 7 days each time, and it yields quite nicely. This one here is a deer tongue seed pod from AeroGarden, planted on day 35. I've certainly harvested this now, I think, about 3 times. I really do like this one quite a bit. I think probably my favorite tasting lettuce so far. These 2 lettuce plants were actually planted on day 42, but there were 2 seeds in one pod. I didn't realize until day 68 that it was 2 different plants in one pod. So on day 68, when I'm showing the roots here, that's the day I kind of forcefully yanked out the one plant in the front, put it in its separate pod there. I truly did not expect this one to survive, because I did certainly tear out a lot of the roots when I pulled it out. But so far, it's been proving me wrong. So through about day 50, I had actually tried to plant spinach seeds directly into the grow pods, and I was never able to get those to germinate that way. So I saw the video on AeroGarden Experiments channel saying that spinach seeds, it's best just to germinate using that paper towel method. So that's what I ended up doing. And that worked out really well. So I ended up getting a bunch of seeds germinated and planted the 3 best ones on day 56. They've been growing well ever since. Then these last 2, these are both Rouge D'Hiver seed pods from AeroGarden. And this one here was expired by 2.5 years. And then the other one was a fresh new one. And this fresh new one, I think there's multiple plants in there, so it seems like it's a little bit crowded. And that first one that was expired, this one just kind of seems like it's more of a deer tongue. That looks exactly like the deer tongue lettuce, so I'm not 100% convinced that's a Rouge D'Hiver. So these first 75 days with the AeroGarden farm, this lettuce garden has been doing very well. Certainly started off slow as I only had a few plants, but now that I've got several of them that are all mature, getting some really nice harvests and some good varieties of salads, which has been a fun thing to do. We do ask that you do subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and certainly love to see your comments. We'll see you next time.